My name is Pooja. Welcome to this week's episode of Around the World. China-Pakistan camaraderie has always been a matter of concern for India. These two neighboring countries of India always make unsuccessful attempts to infiltrate the Indian borders. These two countries do not deter from increasing India's challenges even beyond its borders. For example, the recent action of Pakistan and China, both countries have been working to raise India's anxiety for a long time through the China-Pakistan economic corridor. Actually, a virtual meeting was held between the two countries recently. After this meeting, both the countries issued a statement to include other countries in CPEC. It is being speculated that China will extend this corridor to Afghanistan. However, India, as always, strongly opposed this decision and called it an attack on the sovereignty and territorial integrity. In such a scenario, several significant questions arise. What are the intentions of China-Pakistan behind extending CPEC to Afghanistan? Why is Afghanistan joining CPEC is a matter of concern for India. We will discuss all these aspects in today's story. First of all, let us know why Afghanistan is being chosen for the expansion of CPEC. CPEC, that is China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, is a part of China's ambitious One Belt, One Road or Belt and Road initiative. The construction work of this corridor was started in 2013. It connects the Kashgar region of China with the Gwadar port on the southwest end of Pakistan in the Arabian Sea. This corridor passes through the Indian territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, which is illegally occupied by Pakistan. China's intentions behind constructing the corridor are to undertake infrastructural development works in Pakistan and promote mutual cooperation in areas such as energy, transport, and industry. For this purpose, China and Pakistan intend to expand this corridor to other countries as well. However, there are several reasons for China to include Afghanistan in the CPEC. The first reason is the threat of cross-border terrorism to China. China is also taking a soft stance in matters related to Afghanistan because it is concerned about the issue of Uyghur Muslims. Actually, more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims live in East China's Xinjiang province, which also borders Afghanistan. These Uyghur Muslims have established an anti-China organization, that is East Turkestan Islamic Movement. This organization has been demanding an independent country in Xinjiang. In such a scenario, China remains afraid that Uyghur Muslims and members of ETIM may use Afghanistan's land to carry out anti-China activities. China will never want the rebellion of the Uyghur Muslims to be fueled in any way. Hence, China took a promise from the Taliban that no part of its territory should be used for anti-China activities in return for supporting the Taliban regime. The second reason is China's economic interest in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is undoubtedly like a geographical gateway to the Middle East and Central Asia for China. China is increasing ties with the Middle Eastern countries these days for reducing the US dominance. It is also heavily investing in Central Asian countries these days. In such a scenario, China can easily access these countries via Afghanistan. China will have to build a massive network of infrastructure and communication facilities in Central Asia for its ambitious BRI project. It is only through these projects that Chinese supremacy in Central Asia will be strengthened. However, China will need Afghanistan's cooperation for the same. Similarly, CPEC is one of the biggest infra projects of China in Asia. Moreover, this project has been widely opposed. People working for CPEC in Balochistan, Pakistan, have been attacked several times. Gwadar comes under the Balochistan province of Pakistan. Therefore, China will need Afghanistan's aid for security purposes in this region. Furthermore, there are deposits of gold, copper, zinc, and iron in Afghanistan. China has also invested in Afghanistan's Amu Darya energy. Therefore, China would never want to lose Afghanistan's support and reduce its investment prospects in this region in the coming times. Pakistan has its own vested interests in Afghanistan. It is of the view that after the Taliban rule, India's influence in Afghanistan will deteriorate and it is in a position to strengthen its relations with Afghanistan with the help of Chinese investment. In return, China will succeed in making inroads in this region. However, Afghanistan may fall into the debt trap of China. It is a well-known fact that China's debt trap policy is mainly responsible for Sri Lanka's current economic crises. Moreover, Pakistan's current economy is also in turmoil due to CPEC. Due to CPEC, Pakistan is getting buried under the burden of Chinese debt. Hence, the citizens of Pakistan are staging protests against CPEC. Pakistan even had to face internal unrest due to these protests. All the countries where China has made investments are facing severe economic crises. Hence, it can be predicted that Afghanistan and the Central Asian countries are going to face economic crises in the coming times. Now, another pertinent question arises that how India will be affected by the expansion of CPEC to Afghanistan. However, the real thing is that China has stated that it is expanding the China-Pakistan economic corridor to Afghanistan for speeding up the development work of this region. However, the real thing is that China is trying to surround India by improving relations with India's neighboring countries. For this purpose, China has been establishing its naval bases in the nearby areas of India for a long time under the String of Pearls policy. It has established the Sanya base in the South China Sea. It started construction of deep sea port in Sonadia Islands of Bangladesh and the military and civil port project in Chittagong port for establishing its presence in the Bay of Bengal. It has its naval base in the Hambantota port of Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean. China wants to surround India in the Arabian Sea also. For this purpose, it has established its presence at Gwadar port in connivance with Pakistan, which is an important destination of its CPEC. China has already disrespected India's territorial integrity and security by passing this corridor through India's Pakistan-occupied Kashmir area. It has surrounded the southwestern, southern and southeastern as well as northeastern parts of India through its naval bases. Now it also intends to establish a strong hold on the northwest and northeast part of India. For this purpose, it is planning to establish its base in Afghanistan. China may succeed in this plan after the Taliban occupation of Afghanistan and the withdrawal of its forces by the US from the country. The growing dominance of China in Central Asia and the increasing cooperation of China, Pakistan with Afghanistan are matters of concern for India. In such a scenario, India should try to increase its cooperative relationship with its neighboring countries and the Central Asian countries. It should also try to invest in these countries so that these countries may prefer India over China as an investor. For these purposes, India can use forums like SAARC, ASEAN and BRICS, etc. Let us now look at the question based on today's story. How China and Pakistan will be benefited from the expansion of CPEC? Is the Sino-Pak tie-up with Afghanistan a cause of concern for India? Evaluate.